saving at the supermarket just got a little easier with online discounts on foods and cleaning products.
Here with tips on how to take advantage at the checkout is Today Money expert Effie Zahos. Good morning, Effie.
Hey, Effie.
So good to see you as always. Now, tell us about these deals at the grocery store.
So basically, on Wednesdays, I'd probably urge you to, if you do shop at the major ones, have a look at their website and see what's available online deals only. You'll still see the in-store specials, but these are only available if you shop online. So I had a look this week. This just came out yesterday, and there are big savings to be made here. I mean, if you're a tea lover, the deal there is 2 for $15 instead of, at $13.50 each unit.
Wow.
Save $12. My tip here is layer with a coupon. That's a targeted coupon to even boost your savings. I saw the biggest savings really in cleaning products. But the Palmolive, that's virtually
huge.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
It is. So these are online deals only. Now, Coles also has some great offers as well.
Carl's.
I heard they closed down. Are they still available?
Carl's is still available.
Oh, I thought it went to liquidation. So Coles there has these specials. Again, some great buys. I mean, if you're a coffee lover, look at that. Save $30 because it's 2 for $44. Again, you can layer it on with coupons. So you can, boost your savings by finding these coupons, putting it in your basket and, reaping more benefits.
Ordering online means deliveries. How can we save there?
Yeah, that's the thing, because you get some savings on the other side. Then you've got to pay, depending on who you go through, it could be $15 in delivery fee, $11 and how much you spend. So generally, if you're a first-time shopper, you're going to get free delivery. If you spend over $250, you'll get free delivery. I like the either click or collect or direct to boot because get someone else to put everything in the grocery basket and you just drive through and get it. That's normally free, and if you're a first time, there's $10 off. Coles also has like a $2 midweek delivery. There are conditions on that, minimum spend of $50.
So I did for the first time like an Uber Eats thing for Woolies or Coles the other day, the shop. Do you get the discounts for that as well?
Did you take advantage of that $100 offer?
No, I didn't, Effie. I think I did it before you told me about it.
Oh, okay. So the special... that's actually... I don't know the answer to that one on the Uber one, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure the sales will still be on there because they're shopping through Coles. They're shopping through Coles, yep.
Is it worth getting memberships?
Okay, so Woolworths customers are up in arms because they just changed their membership as well. And I talked about this. I really like this, but I'm not a big fan of the fact now the price has gone from $59 to $70 and it's in-store only. That's what most of the members are really upset about. I guess you just need to look at what is the fee. So Coles has something, Woolworths has something. How will I get that back? If you're a regular shopper, then I can see with Coles, you get free delivery over $50. So it could work out. Just do your sums and be aware that they can change these conditions anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just really quickly, before we go, we've seen some of the GDP figures out, and we've seen a lot of uncertainty in the economy. We know that families are having to tighten their belts now with that latest mortgage rise.
Absolutely.
So tough.
You look at the bank forecast. CBA came out yesterday as well, now changed. It was saying rates will be cut at the end of this year. Now it's not. It is a hard road ahead for probably another 12 months. I mean, there is now definitely fears of a technical recession as well, and it's the businesses that I'm really worried about because it's a double whammy for them and unemployment. We've still got a good 12 months ahead of us.
Well, there's no question that finding an affordable property in a pricey capital city is particularly challenging right now, especially for first home buyers.
Joining us to break it all down is Domain property editor Alice Stoles in Melbourne. Good morning, Alice. Why is finding an affordable home in Australia so tough right now?
Good morning, guys. Look, I think we have to remember that we've really experienced a golden era in Australian property. We've seen prices go up, 30 to 40% in some parts of the country over the past few years alone. And the IMF obviously came out late last year and said we have one of the most misaligned property and rental markets in the developed world. You can see the current medians here, currently 805,000 in Brisbane, 1.4 million in Sydney, over 1 million in Melbourne, 795,000 in Adelaide, and 672,000 in Perth. And what's happening is with interest rates now 12 deep in, that borrowing power is really being stretched, and buyers simply just can't get what they need to buy a median priced house.
We're seeing a lot more competition in the market slowly come through now. Would you advise buyers to try and crack the market or hold off?
Carl, it's really hard. I think basically buyers have two options. They either try to sort of save and try and hope to time the market. I think the issue with that, though, is that we know it's a bit like the hare and the tortoise, and often it is time in the market that actually is what pays off in the long run when it comes to property. And it's something that I try to sort of educate my kids about, that I think you need to stop trying to find those sort of quick wins and get your foot on that ladder earlier on, but that will mean making some compromises.
Yeah, and sometimes those compromises can be tough, right? Just quickly.
They really can, Sarah, but I think looking at things like apartments, that's basically half the median house price for a first home buyer than what they'll pay for a house. So that's going to be one big compromise you can make. It is also things like not looking at, a freestanding property, looking at a duplex or a townhouse is a lot cheaper. Also, fewer bedrooms. So, you might not be able to have your mates stay over when they come down interstate from the weekend, but that is a compromise that if it gets you in on that ladder, knowing what the growth will be in the long term, it could be worth paying off. And again, extending your search out further than probably what you want initially, but it might mean that you get to keep that apartment, becomes an investment property, build up equity, and then buy the house you want in the time to come.
All right, that's good advice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, recession fears are rising. The economy shuddering to a halt as inflation runs hot. But a Western Sydney hair salon is making sure you don't have to cut back on discretionary spending. Owner of Insignia Hair and Day Spa, Olivia Mangold, joins us now. Olivia, thanks so much for your time. Now, you've come up with like a subscription service similar to Netflix, we're hearing.
That's right. So you can pay weekly your membership fee. So it's a prepay service. So by the time you've come to your next appointment, you'll be fully paid for, and we can break that down over 52 weeks or 6 months even. So it just allows people to pay, $20 or $30 or what that looks like for you, rather than an upfront cost of, $300 or $400.
Yeah, because it can be expensive to visit a hair salon these days, right? By the time you get the trim, the colour and all of it.
Exactly.
What's the reception been like to this? No doubt it's been welcomed by your customers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got people without cash flow issues, and they're like, that's amazing, because it allows people to forecast and plan for, budgeting moving forward.
And I guess for you as well as a business, you kind of do have to make changes on the run when you're seeing these interest rates, the 12th one yesterday. How are you coping, I guess, in this time?
Well, I think it's just really important to look at what's happening around us and pivot with that. And we're in an industry where we need to solve problems. So for me, it was about solving problems for people that are having these issues in their lives.
Do you see this as a long-term solution?
Absolutely.
Do you think others should adapt it?
Absolutely. I think it's a perfect business model.
So it's working for you?
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Great initiative. All right, thanks so much for your insight. Really appreciate it.
Largest fall in productivity on record, with concern rising wages could push prices up further, leading to a potential recession. The economy expanded just 0.2% in the first 3 months of this year, with non-essential spending also dropping. New OECD research shows corporate profits contributed more to high prices over the past year than wages, which is at odds with the RBA chief.
We will get ourselves, though, into trouble if we accept the premise that all workers need to be compensated for inflation.
Economists are predicting further cash rate rises over the coming months, which could hit 4.85%.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.